Hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's been a while. I was gone for 2 days for like a quick personal emergency, but I'm back and we're gonna take a look at some crypto coins today, starting with Vechain. So Vechain's code is VETUSDT, and it's been like 2 days. So let's see let's see if there are any changes or any progress, right? So as usual, we'll start with the longer time frame. Okay, let's look at the most recent progress. All right, so we can see there is a clear upward trend line, right? Perhaps this may not be a good example, like let's see, right? So because of the too long pintails, I think it's quite dangerous to assume such a steep curve. So perhaps something like that. Something like that. Just let me... Yeah, well, you get the idea. So let's see if there's any parallel channel. Well, what do you know? So it's quite clearly ranging on an upward channel. This is like yeah, upward channel. So is it a bull or bear indication? Still too early to say. Because why is it a bit dangerous? Because as you know, when it enters the channel, it tends to exit the channel. So do be careful. Do be careful. What else can we glean from this? As you can see, it tested the channel here together with the pivot point and rejected. So it's good that it's pivoting around the trend line. But let's see what about for short-term intraday traders. Is there anything interesting, right? So on the 4-hour chart, oh, interesting. You can see it bounced off the... Which one's this? This is... It bounced off the 50-day EMA. 50-day EMA around here, right on this. So 50-day EMA. So that's an interesting point to note. Also, you can see this is where it rebounded off the trend line. Okay. So it seems like it's heading down, but I don't think that's a safe assumption, right? Why? Because you can see if you were to cut a line straight across here, right? Straight across here, yeah, sort of. You can see in this point, and of course I'm just looking at the most recent points, right? This point, even as recent as this area, there's strong rejections of this price, so you can see here as well. But I think you get the point. And look over here as well, there are some signs of rejection. So there is no real clear indication, at least, of its possible direction. Would it be going here, or would it rebound here? No clear indication. So let's see if any other time frames can give some clearer indication, right? So now we are in the 1 hour time frame, hourly time frame. Rebounding off the 200 EMA. Okay. Short ranging pattern here. Let's see, alright, let's see, maybe... Oh, sorry, wrong one. Let's see what Mr. Fibonacci can tell us. So let's just delete this box, right? So you can see it's ranging within this right now. Ranging here. If we're gonna use this as indication, right? What's gonna happen is look downward and the channel entry, hence downward. So yeah, that's an interesting point to note, which is something you can't really see from here, right? You see, on a 4-hour chart, no clear indication either way. So now when we move back to the 1-hour chart, you can see pretty clear. There's a clear image of, or clearer picture of what's likely to happen in the next, well, couple hours. What about for the short-term traders, like the real intraday traders? Let's see, okay. So we're at the 5-minute chart. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So to me, 2 red flags, right? This is 1 red flag. This is another red flag. Here as well. Okay, 3 red flags. Right. So this typically means, well, here as well, right? But you get the point. So this typically means institution money is in, right? Institution is in. They're playing the game. They're pumping the price, and then they're shorting or whatever. And basically, that's where they're playing the game right now. So sometimes if you see such long and strong bull runs, if you see such long and strong bull runs, it might be best to just stay out. Yeah. So personally, right? What would I do? Okay, so as a trader, what should one do? Right, you can see that there's a clear pattern forming, right? So yes, okay, so very good. Okay, so you can see here. So how do I say this? Okay, so take a good look at this segment, this green line here, right? Pay attention, take note of this green line. Okay, you can see there's strong institution manipulation here, right on the green line. Here as well, you can see. So there is a history. So you can see here. You can see. Yeah, well, that's too far back. So you can see that there are signs of institutional manipulation, especially at this line. So what would be an interesting entry, right, would be to enter within this price range. So this is at 0.382, right? So that's, in terms of price, we're looking at 0.1135 entry, right? So let me set the position, right? So what I would recommend is an entry here, right? Zoom out a little bit. Entry here, possibly take profit here or even here if you're there, but I would think here. Let me see. Let's analyze this. All right. You can see a clear channel. Delete these arrows. It's a bit of a distraction. Oops. Fuck's sake. Okay. So you can see a clear channel here, roughly here. You can see it's rebounding. So, okay, so this changes a lot. So you can see it's rebounding off this green line. See, it has been rebounding since before this, right? So, as it goes, the longer it drags on, the less space there will be. Before it starts, it needs to make a decision whether it goes up or goes down. Right, so at this point, we've got... What are we looking at here? Okay, we've got 6 hours-ish to make a 2% gain. That's lame. So don't bother. Stay out. For short-term traders, my advice would be to stay out, right? And wait for like 10 hours, 6 to 8 hours before, and see what behavior the market takes before reanalyzing. Perhaps I'll revisit it in about, I don't know, it's pretty late here, so maybe in 8-10 hours, and see, and we'll revisit the price action then. What about long-term traders? Let's see, on the longest chart. It seems like it's an upward swing. So interesting. So if we look at the longer term, right, we know that there's a high, because there's like pretty little space here below. Let me just zoom in. So as you can see, there's very little space here. So there's a high probability of an upswing, which is good for everyone. So it can go as high as like 1.5, 1.6, 1.65 even, right? So that means if you go back to a short-term trade, we know that it's not likely to head down. It's more likely to head up here. How much further? So you might... Okay, so back to short-term traders, right? Sorry for the confusion, right? So if you're going to take a long position, let's set the entry here, just to be safe, right? Which is the price of 1141959. I would take a profit here. Set TP here. Stop loss, I think this is a safe zone, yeah? Nice zone. So we're looking at a 2.64. Right, we will take profit of 1.222. Stop loss at, well, 0.11. Alright, 0.11. So this is a short-term trader. Long-term trader, I think it's a good time. Could you be a bit more aggressive? Perhaps, but I think this is decent. Why? Because look, you're just gonna enter right now, like even right now. What's the price at now? Okay, let's just say here, right? We are looking at a 38% upside over the next couple of days. So let's see how long it will typically take. It will probably take, right? So you enter now. Possibly 5 days a week for 43% upside. Yeah, I'll take it. So that's for a long-term trader. Pretty straightforward chart today, I guess. Pretty straightforward analysis. It's quite interesting, right? During this period over here, which is 8th. Okay, let's see. There was a steep decline. Yeah, over here. So you can see institutions kicked in, shorting. So this typical strategy, right? So came in. It's their way, it's the brokerage and the institution's way, right, to activate your activate the investor's stop loss for those who have overly traded. So what this means, right? So see, came in, ranged for a bit, consolidated, broke out. Market tried to rally, ranged a little bit, but activated the next take profit line. So you can see very clearly pivot line, right? So it rebounded, but the institutions, like, they weren't having it. So they made the investors, they made the overly leveraged lose the coins, right? And this is a very common thing, especially from what I noticed, right, in crypto. If it spikes too hard or if it dips too hard, typically, right, institutions are at play, and stay out, wait for the dip to end, and you'll be fine, right? Try not to be greedy. Right, so just to give you a bit of context, I have entered VET at this stage here, over here. So I mean, I'm quite grateful. Like, I managed to catch the recovery point, I suppose. So I believe it was like 10.5, 105, yeah. So yes, although right now we're looking at 8% or so, but yes, at its peak I was looking at 16% or even, and I'm looking for it to go even higher. Why? Because, can I just delete all these? Yes, okay, because pretty bullish about this coin actually. So yeah, this has been a pretty straightforward and simple analysis for Vechain, VETUSDT. Hopefully you have found this useful, and if you found it useful, do consider liking and subscribing this channel. And if you have any questions, do drop me a comment below, and I will try to get back to you ASAP. Till next time, I will see you soon.